The induction of Professor Nana Aba Appiah Amfo as Vice-Chancellor of the University of Ghana is underway. She will be the first female Vice-Chancellor of the university. She takes over from Professor Ebenezer Owusu-Oduro, who handed over early this year. Let me now take you to the induction ceremony, which is happening right now.
Come with it. As CEO of arguably the most complex public institution in the country and undeniably the premier university in this country, with a student population of 61,000 and a staff strength of 6,500, my job is well cut out for me, and it is no mean one. Madam Chair, the University of Ghana has over the years lived up to its mandate, but this has not been easy. Each epoch of our existence came along with its own peculiar challenges, some of which persist to date, even as new challenges emerge. Successive vice-chancellors have guarded our rich intellectual tradition, which I am duty-bound to sustain and enrich further. Mr. President, Madam Chair, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my vision as Vice-Chancellor is to create a culture that promotes research, teaching and learning, administrative processes and extension activities driven by technology and anchored in humanism. My vision aligns with our aspiration as a university to become a world-class research-intensive university, with a mission to create an enabling environment that makes UG increasingly relevant to national and global development through cutting-edge research as well as high-quality teaching and learning. In our quest to produce knowledge and expert human resources, we will not forget the essence of universities. Whatever we do, we should strive to remain humane, noting that the university should be for the public good. We have what it takes to show the nation the way, and it should not just be by our talk, but we should actually walk the talk. And that is what my leadership stands for. We will face some uncomfortable moments as we seek after truth and attempt to reconcile our differences. My pledge is to lead us to build our future together. Mr. President, Madam Chair, University of Ghana's vision is driven by 9 strategic priorities. These are research, teaching and learning, internal stakeholders, gender and diversity, institutional processes, financial performance, asset management, monitoring and evaluation, and external stakeholders. My overarching plan is to drive the aspirations of UG through technology and humanism. I will do so through 6 key strategic objectives, KSOs, and they are as follows. The first is to reinvigorate impactful research in the sciences, applied sciences, and humanities, resulting in increased research income, exponential growth of research outputs such as publications, improved citations, and vibrant community engagements. The second KSO is to develop technology-driven and robust processes in research management, teaching and learning, and all other institutional processes. The third is to strengthen traditional revenue streams and expand alternative income sources to meet our debt obligations as well as our current institutional needs, and ensure the robustness of mechanisms for the prudent management of resources to guarantee value for money and safeguard sound decision-making in all transactions to ensure success and avoid failures and debts. The fourth KSO is to lead a vibrant and responsive governance and management system which empowers the colleges and directorates and promotes efficiency, effectiveness, accountability, and a sense of responsibility while ensuring adherence to UG's basic laws and other relevant national laws and regulations. The fifth KSO is to increase UG's visibility and hence rankings by, among others, some of which I've already mentioned, ensuring a strong web presence through aggressive propagation of our achievements and outputs via appropriate media, including social media and web outlets. And the final KSO is to create a sense of ownership and commitment among students, faculty, staff, and alumni to promote creativity and innovation. Mr. President, Madam Chair, I will seek to execute these 6 key strategic objectives while insisting on innovation, efficiency, and humanism. As we pursue our 3-pronged core mandate of teaching and learning, research and community engagement, we will innovate, be efficient, and above all, we will remain human. As Vice Chancellor, I will adopt a doctrine that is centered on humanism. This doctrine holds that as a society, we thrive on collectivism rather than individualism. To implement this, I will harness the individual talents that abound in this university for our collective good. We will unite with oneness of purpose, community, and the strength symbolized by the Edinkra symbol in Konsong Konsong. I cannot successfully lead this university by working alone or with a small section of people I perceive to be aligned with me. I will inspire our community of academics, staff, and students to join hands to improve the state of all aspects of our university and to continue to develop beyond the scope of our imagination. These actions will be guided by our 4 core values of integrity, commitment, respect, and loyalty. Madam Chair, I will leverage talents in the University of Ghana to advance our research vision to create a vibrant intellectual climate that stimulates relevant cutting-edge research and community engagement. I will promote creativity and innovation in teaching and learning driven by technology. Our classrooms will be modernized to allow for the use of modern pedagogical aids, which permit, among other things, lecture capture for reuse in non-contact situations. Certainly, COVID-19 has taught us 1 or 2 things. Our faculty will receive continuous training in modern pedagogical skills. My goal as Vice Chancellor would be for the university to train students who are critical thinkers, technologically adept, humane, culturally sensitive, and ready to provide leadership for the country and the continent. I will focus on developing 21st century citizenry skills of our students. It doesn't matter whether you are an engineering, mathematics, nursing, political science, or theater arts student. Through our program content and delivery, our students and graduates ought to be ready for the 4th Industrial Revolution. Mr. President, drawing a cue from you, I intend to institute a 1 student, 1 laptop policy. Where we collaborate with established IT companies to provide our students and staff with their own laptop or handheld devices. Mr. President, in this regard, we will need your support and that of your government. Mr. President, in this regard, we will need your support and that of your government to waive taxes for us, making these devices affordable for our students and staff. And we also encourage all well-endowed companies to support us, especially with regard to our needy students. The need for them to acquire their own laptops or handheld devices is critical in a period where we are upscaling technology to make us functional in the 4th Industrial Revolution as we live through and beyond a health pandemic. Mr. President, Madam Chair, as part of a double-pronged approach to make our education more accessible to the teeming high school graduates from all over the country, partly due to the nation's free SHS policy, and to upscale graduate education on our main campus, I am supervising the establishment of 2 city campuses, already approved by Council in Kumasi and Takoradi, and I will monitor their operations and replicate the model in other learning centers across the country. Madam Chair, our internal stakeholders are the key drivers of our strategic processes. It is critical for us to have forward-thinking academics, meticulous administrators, committed professionals, and engaged students who would all work together in a congenial environment to own the processes leading to the realization of our strategic objectives. Our HR systems, including our recruitment processes, will be reworked to align with our strategy. To motivate staff and faculty, colleges and central administration will be directed to introduce or reintroduce various periodic award schemes, some of which I notice have already started. I will translate my passion for leadership development to help groom the next generation of leaders at the University of Ghana. This objective will be accomplished through a meritorious program focused on honing the skills of a cadre of potential leaders through actively involving them in university governance and management, and providing and facilitating structured leadership and management training programs through a Legon Leadership Academy. I will lead the university to improve our student services through expanded and more accessible careers and counseling services, improved tutorial services, modernized market on Legon campus, increased student accommodation through private participation, and internal and external internship opportunities driven by an internship policy. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is well established that gender, diversity, and inclusion is a mark of world-class institutions. The promotion of these humanistic values definitely improves organizational outlook. We will create a sense of appreciation of diversity and inclusion. I will lead an upgrade of the Office of Students with Special Needs to a Center for Disability Studies and Advocacy to better position us to address the needs of differently abled people, and also developed a phase plan to make our buildings and facilities accessible to differently abled persons. Mr. President, Madam Chair, one of the key issues which has consumed the management of UG in recent years is our financial liabilities resulting mainly from judgment debts and botched agreements. Mr. President, I would like to make a special appeal to you for your government to deliver us from this yoke that hinders our growth and efforts to be truly world-class. I am making a special appeal to you to support us to clear our unfortunate UGL debt so we can get a clean slate to start on. We will also, on our part, work hard to increase our alternative income streams. We will increase our research consultancy and external funding income, increase special programs across the colleges, streamline our non-traditional income sources, operationalize and grow UG and college endowment funds, and continue to resource our newly established Office of Institutional Advancement to be a major fundraising unit of the university. Current efforts to minimize waste through stringent financial controls will be sustained. Madam Chair, the value of a 21st century university is in the wealth of the knowledge it produces, the training it offers, and its perceived relevance to its external publics. We will build effective partnerships with our external stakeholders for our mutual benefit. I will continue with efforts to strengthen our alumni relations by working closely with the Alumni Relations Office of the Office of Institutional Advancement and the UG Alumni Association Council to revamp sectional alumni groups and deliver projects and programs of mutual concern. The success of the implementation of our strategic objectives hinges on our ability to mainstream and enforce structures and processes for system-wide monitoring and evaluation. We would develop parameters for continuous evaluation of our processes and appointive officers, even as we prepare to start the process of preparing a new 10-year strategic plan. Mr. President, Madam Chair, as I conclude, I would like to remind myself and all that these are challenging times to be a Vice Chancellor of any university, not least of the premier and most complex university in our country. Over the past 73 years, the University of Ghana has sought to embody what universities stand for. UG has provided an avenue for frank intellectual discourse and succeeded in training highly skilled human resource for our nation and the international community. Our alumni serve in leadership positions at home and abroad. They provide critical workforce for local, regional, and international institutions. The University of Ghana has shown significant leadership in higher education in Ghana and West Africa. We have faced challenges in the past and have always responded with resilient reorganization and restructuring to get ourselves back on track each and every time. We can only get finer and better as we move towards our 75th anniversary in just about 2 years. Madam Chair, as I end, I remember the words of our revered late Emeritus Professor J.H. Kwabena Nketia, captured in our anthem, that we are, and I quote, the nation's hope and glory, the place that bears the star of peace and bids us all to do our best. Let the great tower of learning inspire both young and old to proceed in unity to uphold the public cause. End of quote. And so I reach out to all associated with Legon, starting with our distinguished alumni, which will mean Mr. President, the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Jose Wusu that I see here? Yes, please tell Mr. Speaker that I said so. So come with him and all of you to come and support us. Our Chancellor, Council Chair, and our numerous alumni here at home and abroad. Our cherished students, ingenious faculty, hardworking staff, and our dear friends, all as members of the Legon fraternity.
And so that there is the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, Professor Nana Aba Appiah Amfo. She is the first female Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana.